Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney for those of you who are new here, and we are making over my master bedroom, and while we are in that process my whole house has become a disaster. If you missed it, we have torn out an old closet, if you want to call it that. It literally was a box that did nothing, and we have put in some new IKEA cabinets, and now this week we are going to focus on building even more storage, adding some beautiful trim work, figuring out what we're gonna do with the fireplace. So let's go ahead and jump into the video because this is actually me after and I forgot I didn't have an intro. My kids are downstairs and the house is a mess. I've got too many things to do. So I hope you guys just enjoy this video and subscribe if you aren't already. Let's go. We cut most of the wood for the top boxes. I am going to pause though and build one of them before I cut the rest of the sides, just to make sure I did it right. So I'm just going to be putting it together quickly with my brad nailer, and then that way it'll stay in place because I'm not using pocket screws this time. I watched a video, I'll link it down below, of a guy who's made 1 million cabinets, and he basically was just like, here is the basics, you guys, and this is what works, and this is what's extra, and this is what's necessary. So putting together with the brad nailer, he said pocket screws were not necessary, and then we're gonna put cabinet screws in to hold it all together. I am just using a 1/2 inch, this is maple plywood, I think. My store only had maple or oak, which is a little bit more expensive, but I just needed it, so we got it. And then I do have some MDF panels that I had left over from my mom's closet that I really cannot see myself using anywhere in this house, and they were just a couple inches larger than the size I need for like the base and the top. So I went ahead and I had 4 of them, and I'm going to use 3 of them for the base. No other reason than I just had them. It's going to save me a little bit of wood, and I can now get them out of my house. So we're going to go ahead and put a box together and see if it worked. Because these are going to be up on top and they're not actually like a upper cabinet that you're going to see the back of really ever, I am just going to go ahead and do like what you would do on a lower cabinet, and what I did in the living room, where it's just putting some braces on the top and bottom for strength. This will save me weight and it'll save me money, so I don't have to do a full back panel. Also, I unfortunately did make a mistake already, and that is that I made the width of the top of the cabinets the same as the bottom. So I had to nail them in the sides. It's gonna end up being fine. Again, if this is a base cabinet, I could not do this because you're gonna have pressure on this. If you were to use this as like a countertop or a bookshelf, you want it to go all the way across. But because again, this is more of just for looks, honestly, it doesn't matter all that much, but keep that in mind when you're building. You need your base to be on the inside of the cabinet so you can do the sides all the way flush, and your top, you want it to be the length of the entire thing. So my bad, but it'll be okay.
No, when it don't fall down, that'll make them fall down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Don't try this at home. I cannot proceed unless I have boxes up here. Why are we tight? Need to take off the crown molding, but we're all still alive. Truth be told, I should have done this before I even put the cabinets in, but I also should have done it before I put this up here. Oh, shoot. Stop it right now. I said ignore the mess. settling down. Don't worry about it. Okay, round 2. I feel like this is gonna be harder for some reason. How did I do it last time? Oh, I had the window. Come back at your hand. Stay away. In case this falls. Oh my god. Oh my.
What? Did you try to pick it up? How is it falling?
Ah! Ow! Grab your snacks.
Why did Dad say?
Oh, frick. Holy moly. Oh, our baby did it.
Your mistake. Here, what?
Final box. I'm nervous my strength has dwindled. We can do this. We can do this. Because then I can have the trim. I don't have the trim today. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, everything hurts a little bit more. Okay. How did I do this last time? How did I do this last time? We didn't need that. Oh my gosh, you better fit. Why are you 2 inches too long? What are you doing? What are you talking about? I measured twice. What are you even talking about? No, you're not allowed to do that. That's not allowed. Okay, I honestly can't quite figure out what it is that's keeping it from going all of the way over. This box didn't go all the way over either, and it's not because like the screws are hitting each other. There's still like more than enough space between them. It's okay though because this is a slightly smaller than this here, so when the trim goes over it, like that's not an issue. I just really can't figure out what's keeping this box from going flush against the other one, or at least really close to it. And the measurement's correct. I literally checked it twice because you guys know me, but I checked it twice and the measurement's good. So for some reason it just won't, they just won't move over. And at first I was like, okay, not a big deal, but now that we've gotten to the third one, it is a big deal. And I even checked this one before I put it, like after I put the second one on, so I don't know. But I'm gonna play around a little bit. I'm thinking my best guess is it's the ceiling, because it seems to be like the back right corners on these two that are giving me issue. So I'm gonna take the side off of the top over on this one and see if I can maybe just like have the ceiling be slightly slanted on this one, because I don't really want to take it down again, and I can't make the box shorter because that's not the issue. I still need the trim to line up on either side, so I need it to fit is my issue. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try, did I say ceiling? We're gonna try taking the top off the box and kind of finagle and see if we can get it to work. Because again, you guys know that we really just need a form here so we can put trim indoors. It's serving no other purpose than just like for storage. It doesn't need to be insanely beautiful, insanely wonderful. It just needs to hold some pillows and blankets. So this is very basic construction because that's all we need it for. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, it had something to do with the ceiling or something, the box. I still don't quite know. So now we're even, and I'm just debating if I only want to do like another brace at the back and just nail gun that in really quick. Not gonna lie, you guys, I always underestimate how long a project is gonna take me. I thought that those boxes, I would have them done by 10. It is now almost 4 o'clock. And I need to stop. Honestly, I actually need to stop. But I want to quickly just like trim out the bottom because I want to start the trim, because that's next, is starting the trim, which is so exciting. What's even more exciting is that I kept the scraps from what I took down, and the trim 1x4, I actually need that for the bottom. So if you guys were here and watched me do my mom's, I put down 1x4 because I need to make everything a little bit thicker because we're gonna do inset cabinets. So we're gonna put fronts on the drawers, and then when we do the doors and all the trim, we need the base to also be thicker. So I put this on, and then I'm gonna put my molding on the bottom as well, and it's gonna look so pretty. I just went down to look at my mom's to make sure I'm doing it right, and I am, and I'm so happy, and it made me so excited. So we're gonna go ahead, put this down. It doesn't matter really what this looks like. Like I took out all the screws, I took out all the nails. I took out all the nails that were on this, and even still, if it was scuffed up, it wouldn't matter. It's gonna be completely covered. It's more just to extend. And so even you'll see there's gonna be places where it meets, and I'm not even worrying about making it like a nice meet. I am just going to just put them right together and it'll all be covered. So it's all good. So let's go ahead and put down our first piece of trim. All right, I know your viewpoint hasn't changed much today, but this is the 1x2 that I add here. Now, the problem is that I can't get one long enough because I'd have to run a truck, and that just is kind of ridiculous. So what I can either do is start it from the bottom and then have it meet at the top, or I can have it go here and then patch it down here. I'm just debating because I'm like, your eye line is gonna see this more, but I feel like I like, because this isn't perfect. Bless you. I feel like I like having this be, I feel like I like having that be one solid piece. And honestly, it's just sanding and patching, but I'm not perfect at that. Huh. I should have cut this at a 45-degree angle and this at a 45-degree angle and put them together, but I'm gonna sand and patch. You won't really notice it, but it just makes for nicer, cleaner cuts. A new day, a new piece of trim. Yeah, baby, I love a tight fit. It's a lovely day today. That was gonna fall on my head, I know it. So whatever you gotta do. All right, this is where I was smart and I made the 45-degree angle. So I cut this one at a 45 and this one opposite 45, and then they just slide in together like a nice little puzzle.
Hi, people.
Hi, people. And it'll be nicer when I go to patch it. I'm gonna have a lot of sanding to do. All right, you guys, I need to clean up this mess right here. We're gonna clean it. I'm singing this song so he will dance instead of talk. So we're cleaning this out of here. Put the hammer down, that's dangerous. Even this.
Come on.
They're home! JK, pause, dinner time. We're running out of sunlight, so let's just clap clean. Yay! It's much better. That feels so good, you guys. I think it was just like one more thing on my list of I need to get this done. So that feels good. I am saving the crown molding that's original. However, it's in really bad shape and some of it broke when I was taking it off. And so if I can find a piece that's like really similar or the same, I'm just gonna put fresh up there. It's just way too much of a hassle, and the wood's like, it's gross. It's gross what was behind that crown molding. So anyways, yeah, I hope I can find that, but that's where we're gonna end for today. Tomorrow I have a full day where I can work, and so I can't build doors or anything yet, but we're gonna do the drawer fronts tomorrow. And then I went to Lowe's and they didn't have the trim that I trimmed out all of Mom's with, so that stinks. So depending on what tomorrow looks like, I might try and go and try another Lowe's, and if they don't have it, and hopefully something similar at Home Depot, but they had nothing that I wanted to use at Lowe's, which is interesting because Lowe's has the best trim. And then the Fireplace tomorrow, I would love to start boarding this thing back up because I think that that's the route that makes most sense. It stinks though because now it's been put onto Instagram and Facebook and it went viral, and so everyone is wanting me to restore it, which I can totally appreciate. But I don't know, I just feel like we need the wall space, because I was thinking more about it and I was like, okay, this wall's taken up by closet, the windows are taken up by the windows and the bed. This over here has the attic door, which I'll show you guys more in this video, because I did have some people say, why don't you put the bed on that wall? And I think it would make the room cramped for no reason, because then you just have big, beautiful windows. But anyways, we'll get there in a second. I just feel like it's like one of only 2 areas of actual blank wall space. And that's prime real estate, you guys. So I think that's the way we're leaning. So anyways, yeah, I got to do a bunch to get that all cleaned up, but that's where we're going to leave for tonight, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye. Hello, you guys, and happy new day for you. I won't tell you what day it is because it doesn't matter, but it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and it's a new life for me. And if you can name that song, you win a point. I've cleared out this patch you guys saw. You didn't see it. You see it now. Waking up still. It's totally fine. Been awake since 4 a.m. though, so I should be awake. It's okay. I moved everything out of here and put it in my landing. Now my landing is twice as messy, but this is twice as clean. And it was just jumble in my brain. I just needed it out. And also we're getting to the point now where we're going to be starting to sand things, and the less things that can get dusty, the better. Wrote up my to-do list, and it made me realize I've got a lot more to do than I thought. In your head, you're kind of like, wall molding, ceiling, closet, like that's fine, that's it. And then you write it down like step by step, and it's like, oh. And I don't even think I put everything on here. But I'm coming here today to tell you we're gonna get a lot of little things done today. And then we have this lovely fabric that was for a blanket that I was supposed to make for Harvey for his birthday last year. Sorry, Harvey, every time he sees it, he goes, "You forgot my blanket." So when I finished this room, I told him I was gonna finally make his blanket, but I am going to just take this down. I have a set of curtains that they accidentally sent me double when I did my mom's window and her room and shades, and so I'm gonna put these up here. It's actually a great way to see if this is the style of curtain that I want. I'm just going back and forth. I don't feel like floor length is correct because I can't do floor length by the closet. We also already have full length of floor length over there, and I feel like a half would just be too cottagey, and I want this room to be really elevated and really romantic. So this is the color I would choose anyways, and if they work, I'm just going to keep them up there. The only thing is I think for my mom we chose less of a privacy liner because there's no one that she was hiding from because you can't see into her space. So I might need to order blackout because we do have like street lights and moonlight and all that stuff, and I just sleep better in a pitch dark room. All that being said, we're gonna go ahead, hang these up. I do need to figure out paint colors, so I probably will be painting these windows. I thought for a second about restoring just these two, not those three. I don't know. There's lots of options, so I'm kind of waiting, which may not be smart, but anyways, all that being said is let's go. We've got lots to do, and we're gonna start here. One's taking their role too seriously. You served us well. Yay! I'm an adult. Seriously? Oh, we should have bought that, yeah. All right, let's add some drawer fronts. So I have, these are 1x8s, and they will go like so. How would I go into it? Like this. So it's gonna give that inset look. But why are you tight? Why are you tight? We'll figure it out. I'm going to use my 1-inch nail gun though, and I'm going to nail it from the inside to hold it in place until I can get my hardware. Have I ordered hardware? Have I looked at hardware? No, but I want to do the same thing we did in my mom's. So, just keep moving. This gap is too big. And the good thing about having already done this is that I was able to run downstairs and go look at my mom's closet. I think I put the shelf one too high. And I just put this piece of trim on today, so it's a little bit frustrating. So we're gonna fix that. Oh, I don't like these things.
Yes. Welcome to the pew 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 pew. Now spring bells are
I have 1/8 inch spacers, and I'm putting those between the drawers so that way it's uniform all the way down. And then you are supposed to do 1/8 of an inch on the sides too, but I already cut my boards the exact same length, and they don't have enough room for 1/8 of an inch on the side. There's still room for clearance, so I don't need to worry about that, but just know that you should have 1/8 of an inch on the side as well.
Mom, I think I did something wrong.
What, babe? How my husband's gonna open this drawer, that's between him and God. I decided I wanted a ceiling, and I can just nail it to the ceiling because it's close enough. I have scrap pieces of beadboard that I have just been saving for no good reason, and I'm gonna put them at the back of these cupboards. You're never gonna see this. If this was your project,
Wait, do you put these things in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't do that.
Yeah. You don't need to do this, but I like to make things pretty, so we're gonna do that. Let's hope I cut it right on the first try, Harvey. Oh, I have to think about the logistics of this.
But Dad said,
What did you say?
Mom, for no reason, your phone says God sees, I think.
My hair is washed. Feels so good. This room feels so dusty though. Can't wait till this is done. I haven't even touched the messiest part of the drywall. It's okay, I'm totally avoiding it. But we are going to add some trim. So if you go to Lowe's, I'll have this link for you guys down below. They have this in like a mini size. It's almost like half of this, and it's easy to get them confused, but you want this one. I think it's like 1 inch maybe across, and it has like the detail on it. This is what I use. It just amps up your wardrobes if you want them to look a little bit more traditional, less modern. Like this is a very clean line. And so I did this on my mom's, but I just add the trim on the inside pieces, and it just makes it look so much more elegant and finished. So I'm gonna go around, I'm using my, I guess these are MITRE shears, I think it's what it's called. You can use these on thinner pieces of trim. Super easy and so much better than having to make all those cuts outside. Link them down below, they're awesome. So now I'm just deciding, do I want to put a piece of trim piece here so that way it kind of matches? You see how I like did that? Oh, kind of matches on the other side, or do I want it to look like one long flush unit? What's going to help me decide is I'm going to put some wood filler, and if I can't get it nice and smooth and it looks like mud, I'm going to just put a piece of trim there and save myself the hassle. That's not a big deal. Although I should figure that out before I add this trim. I think it'll be better if it matches the doors. I think that's just the best bet for everybody. So it's nothing to do with my skills at sanding wood filler. Always check your nail size. This would have gone right through my box. Hang on. Oh, and then we will caulk and prime and paint. It'll all look so pretty. Love it. All in the details. All right, I've been avoiding this, but I just need to do it because I'm so sick of living in like this, and it just needs to be done because Christmas is coming. I'm gonna go, and there's just a little hangover from where I took out the plaster that the drywall was bumped out, so now I need to cut it down so I can put the new drywall on it, and it's gonna be messy. Aw, it's so dusty in here. What did I do? I don't even know. Harvey, where's my hammer? Where's my hammer? What? Run downstairs? Surprise! I found a mantle, you guys. Unbelievable. So my sister and I went antiquing yesterday because I needed a break. If you follow me on Instagram, it was just becoming too much. The house is a mess. This is dusty in here. Every time I come in here, I'm like sneezing like crazy and sleeping in here obviously too. And I was just tired. You get to a point in a project where you're like, okay, why are we not further along? Like, what's going on? I'm just exhausted. And it felt so good to get this boarded up. And so I want to talk through that decision a little bit because I did have a ton of people say restore it, which it's easy to be on the internet and say, fix it. But we have chimneys that are 120 years old, and we have, I think I've said this before, but we have an elderly woman who lives in our neighborhood who lived here when she was a baby. And she said that they didn't use the fireplaces when she was growing up. So these have not been used, as far as I know, if she's, remembering correctly, they haven't been used in like 60 years, maybe 50 years. And so I do not have the money to fix them up right now. I'm sure it would be tens of thousands of dollars because this also goes down to the dining room, and we did have them capped off because of animal problems before. So a literal can of worms is what I would feel like it would be to open them up, unbrick it, even just for a like gas fireplace insert or something like that. The fireplaces downstairs are they're not very deep. They're very shallow. I don't know if that's just because there's a fireplace in every room and you don't need it to be this large grand thing because the rooms are big, but they're not huge. And so I'd only be gaining about this much space. And so I just didn't feel like it was worth the hassle. And so I decided that we were just gonna close it all up. My husband also was like, please, please just close it up. So we did that, and now we're gonna do a faux fireplace. And what that's basically just gonna look like is having a mantle, and I'll probably do some tile. I've also thought, because downstairs in the main area is a fireplace cast iron insert. So there's like that, and then there's tile around it. If I can find something like that, I would love to do that as well. Again, it just depends on timing. So it also might be one of those things where maybe I don't tile it right now. We just kind of do the mantle and around it and all that stuff, and then we'll worry about the inside at a later date if I keep my eye out. So it's gonna be definitely a process. I am planning on stripping this and staining it to bring some warmth into this room because a lot of this room is just going to be neutral. This is my calm zone, you guys know. It's been a disaster for the entire time we've lived here, and I want it to be a safe haven. Like, feel like heaven on earth, honestly, just feel good. And so that is my vision. But yeah, we're gonna bring some warmth in with this, but I love the details on this fireplace. Another issue I had was I don't love the look of the double mantles we have. They are beautiful, but they have their columns and the mantle, and then they go again, and there's another top to it. So they're a double mantle, and there's a mirror in the middle. And I don't love it. It makes styling it a little bit awkward having that mirror back there. I know you might think like, you know, just put stuff in front of it, but just visually it feels a little bit odd. And then also the double mantle, like how do you style that? Do you even use the top? And so it's a bit much to me. And because we already have this giant set of cabinets over here, I'm so excited for all of the storage. I'll get to that in a second. But because we already have that going on and we've got lots of windows in here, I just felt like I didn't need another thing that was just large. And so I really like keeping this simple, but I did want to do a nod to the house as well. So that's why I did still find one with corbels, because the other ones have corbels. And then these do have half columns, half pillars, half whatever you want to call them. And so I felt like it was still representing the house in a small way. It's definitely not as elaborate. It's a little bit more feminine, which I really like. Honestly, it's just a mantle that I love. So we found it at an antique store. I did pay $250, and the other ones I saw were $125, $150, but they were very simple, very just plain, primitive, like no detail. And so I thought, okay, if I buy one of those and add my details on, I'm going to be spending more than what this is. So I'm really, really happy with this. But yeah, we are gonna make it look beautiful. Another project for me, you guys. I was like, there's no stripping in this room, you guys, and joke's on me. So anyways, feeling really good about that. And then with these cabinet closets, Brad and I are gonna go get the wood this weekend, and then I will be able to cut out my doors. I have the hinges. I realized I think I only bought hinges for the main doors and I need them for the top. Another idea I had too was, and I'm just dependent on what I want it to look like, but was doing all the doors on the main portion of it, and then the boxes I added, possibly adding doors with fabric. But I'm like, do I need more fabric in this room because of all the windows? So give me your 2 thoughts down below. 2 cents. 2 cents down below. If you have 2 thoughts, you can tell me those as well. But we are moving along slowly but surely, you guys. I think it's because I'm thinking about all the areas at the same time. Like, even though you see me working on the fireplace and the cabinets, like I'm still thinking, what am I going to do for the attic door? Where's the like what am I going to do with the wall molding? New window treatments. Do I want to keep the shutters? Do I not? I need a new bed. Like, my brain is just in the ceiling. So I'm thinking about everything all the time, which is probably a bad thing. I should probably just focus. That's probably why we are where we are. This is going on too long, rambly. Also, you guys, we are decorating for Christmas today. So you can't see it, but there's a ton of bins in my room right now and all over the house. And there's a half-naked Christmas tree downstairs, so I've got to get to work. So lots of things, lots of life. You guys know this time of year is busy, and I decided let's just add the busiest project I've done in a while onto it. You know, why not? That's just who I am. So anyways, you guys, if you stayed this long, give yourselves a little pat on the back and maybe make yourself a hot chocolate because you deserve it. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. I hit 80,000. So exciting. My goal is to hit 100 by the end of the year. So like, comment, share this video if you find this project interesting. If you think someone would like it, I'd really appreciate it. It's been really fun, you guys. Y'all are the best. And I'm sorry too, because I'm getting behind on comments. I try so hard to answer every comment on every platform. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and it's becoming a bit much, which is exciting because it means growth, but it's also sad because I'm not able to respond to everybody. But I still see all your comments. I still love you guys so much, and I appreciate all of your support. And subscribe if you aren't already, you guys, because you gotta stay to finish to see what's gonna happen to this space, you guys. I promise it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna get the dust out of here. But anyways, you guys, okay, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I love you, bye.